Hi, it's Saturday, the 7th of November 2020, Sun in Scorpio, and we've got Moon in Leo, and we are on day 2 of the Mayan wave spell of white wind, which is, here we are. So we're here on the third day, the third Mayan side of blue night, and the planet is Saturn. We're right over here, so we're in the penultimate column, 20-day process. This process is all about what needs to shift so that we can align with the new codes coming in. So today has been, as a lunar day, what we can let go of through new learning. So we're in waning moon in Leo right now, building up to a new moon in Scorpio on the morning of the 15th, early hours in the UK. So anytime we're in a waning moon, it's letting go time. So if you want to work magically in synchro with the universe, then learning about the moon cycles are a really, really good place to start. So Leo moon, number 6 degrees, and this is aqua or fire.net. A hamster running in a treadmill. Keeping up with things can be an all-consuming matter because everything changes all the time. There are always fresh angles to master, and when you're coming from a very old place, it's not so easy to shake yourself loose and become the next thing asked. To do it, you may have to turn yourself into a super high-powered accomplisher, converting ancient ways to radically different eras. You are personally, privately one way, and publicly, impersonally another way, turning it on to suit the occasion. The karmic performer in overdrive, hustling to catch up, at times compelled to rely on tricks, frantic to cover all bases, to be everywhere, pushing yourself to learn how to operate within a contemporary world that is alien at a loss, yet often gifted, bringing with you from the heart of nature such jewels and wonders that the world may ask, why do you cast your pearls before swine? But there are moments in the journey when doing whatever is called for becomes its own reward. Even if the pace is grinding and the recognition sparse, something bright abides and sustains you beautifully. How lovely. I'm just going to share the screen so you can see, if you've downloaded the ebook, there's a link underneath this video if you haven't done that yet, so that you can use it every day. So we've got today, number 2, Lunar, the challenge, the shadow, the new learning. So yesterday, if you set a conscious intention to embody your spirit, remember that's what this is about. Today, you will have got some answers from the universe, because we are the universe. If you've got Netflix and you're in the UK and you haven't seen it yet, Dare to Dream is a beautiful film that I watched with my mum today. And often I watch dark stuff on a lot of programs, especially about pathology and things like Manhunters. If you haven't watched that yet, that's amazing, on Netflix as well. So my interest is about shadow and understanding what's created it in order to learn ways to heal it. So often I do watch really dark things and they give me lots of insights and ideas. And today was totally different because we watched this really, really uplifting, lovely, lovely film. And how that made me feel was so different, very uplifted. Had an amazing day of learning around health as well, and new ways to understand metabolism and hormones, which I will be using in my own personal life, and also I will be blogging out as well. And in particular, I'm going to be focusing on the next 260-day wave spell coming up in Sagittarius, where I will be putting a program together for people to really focus on healing and learning new ways to let go of the old story. So what we just talked about in that Leo is, as we evolve, as things change on planet Earth, we have to learn new mindsets, we have to learn new things. We've largely been unconscious dreamers. So today is all about being the conscious dreamer. As we become conscious about ourselves, in particular, that's the key focus. Many people are still following the old conditioning where they believe everything outside of themselves is the key. You know, if I create a business, if I do loads of education, if I add things onto myself, loads of apps, and become something bigger, greater, faster, when actually I am amazing as I am, as a spiritual being, having the human being experience, as are you. We are sacred beings. We are capable of far more than we dream of at times. So this is really key to this time. This is what I believe the wave spell is all about, and this time is that we're becoming conscious dreamers now. We're learning what has created an outcome that feels hurtful, either in our body, in our environment, in our family, in our planet. And we are understanding what has created that. So it's complex stuff, isn't it? If you watch The Secret, if you watch Dare to Dream, there's a lot of themes in there that, again, a lot of the focus seems to be around, you know, a cosmic shopping list and what we can focus on to achieve for ourselves on a base level. I offer you that the universe always brings us what we need rather than what we want, and it brings us lessons, it brings us learning, it brings us an opportunity to change the future by changing the here and now through learning from the past. So it's really, really important that we do keep up with new healing modalities, food, all sorts of different approaches holistically, rather than suppressing key areas of our life that are seeking attention, seeking change. Often we get stuck in loss, often we get stuck in the old story of our fall from grace around not being able to live the 3D American dream, if you like. And oh yeah, big news today on that, it seems, although I'm not sure if it's still actually confirmed yet. So a big shift going on in America, which is the Cancer part of the planet. UK is Capricorn. So again, the new world as well for a lot of people that left Europe to go and live there, and look at what happened when that happened. And we're still living with those legacies now. We're still living with all these ancient ways of relating and how abusive they've been to Indigenous people, to all manner of races, religions, and sexes, of course. So women have had huge abuses against them and still are experiencing that. So again, this coming into balance of the sacred feminine, and what this is about today is the planet is Saturn. So get to know what your Saturn is in your chart, get to know what your patterns are, because you will be doing your mother's story your grandmother's story if you're a woman. And you will be having players come into your game of life to help you explore that. And remember, we are bound by these codes in a lot of ways because we're here to do this evolution game. So the more that we become experts on that and what that's all about and what that dynamic is and how to heal it and move forward now, then instead of denying it, repressing it, wondering when on earth it's going to go away, it's not going to. That's what I offer you. The whole point of us being here is to learn how to do this and become the conscious dreamer and get on and do it, practically do it. So today, what has happened for you that has been a nightmare, for example, a repeating pattern, something that made you feel awful, feel bad? Maybe you're angry. Again, in the UK, this weekend historically would have been bonfire night. There would have been a lot going on. How it makes you feel to be told that you can't do that by a group of people who seemingly know the best for you. How does that make you feel? So the card today with the Mayan is Ark, which is white dog. And again, remember, we're coming up to this gateway on the 9th day, on the 14th. So let's see what we can do in the meantime around healing. If you want to know more about emotional freedom technique, please do get in touch with me. And I offer a free consultation so that you can explore how you can use it to change your dynamic. Google it. Generally, there's loads and loads of information out there. I believe it's the key to set us free from the old story and become the conscious dreamer. And Goddess card, Aphrodite, love. You personify not only the love of woman for man, but the love of friendship, of nature, and of a just cause. May I share your beauty and joyousness and your giving of self to all expressions of love. So, when we are in a healed, happy place, we can feel differently and have a different life experience. And this will expand. The more we heal, the more we change our behavior, the more we walk our talk, the more we let go of anything that is poisonous to us as human beings and become an expert on that and learn new things. You know, that's the key. Thoth card, Princess of Cups. So again, going back to when we were young and our story around how do we learn how to do emotion? How did we do relationship? How did we deal with things that upset us? What was our model for that in our family? That's a really, really great place to do a PhD, is on your own personal model story. Because this is what we're here to evolve. We often distort facts as human beings because we're holding on to emotion about something that happened to us, and then we project it onto whatever's happening today. So then it creates the same thing all over again. It is like a magic spell. You know, this is how it works. We get stuck in a curse, literally, because we're still holding all of this emotion and we're holding this story in a way that goes right back to our ancestors. Again, I'll put a link on for this with Eli tarotstrikingly.com because he put so much information on there. So again, being accepting, being loving, being realistic about things and about people, instead of blaming, instead of being stuck in victimhood, instead of being angry. Often when we're angry and irritated because we haven't healed something from the past, we'll look for things all the time to trigger that anger. And that is not good, because that activates cortisol in our system. It makes us feel stressed. And, you know, it can be absolutely habitual. We can be addicted to drama. And just because we've been doing it for so long, when our heart longs for peace, our heart longs to just see a situation very clearly and understand it from every angle, and understand that, yes, it is a drama playing out. Do we want it to stay playing out? Do we want to be stuck in this agitation all the time? Do we want to enjoy life and be peaceful and be in joy more? So it's just learning how to do that, because they don't go together, these things. So it's important for us to learn that our emotions are there for a reason, and that they come and go, and everything does change. Nothing stays the same. How to master our emotions is key. How to learn to feel everything, to allow it. It shows us that we're a human being, we're an emotional being. It helps us navigate life as to what feels good, what doesn't feel good for us. And when we start to really heal and clear that, we get back to our center, where often people repress their shadow emotions, and so they keep getting into situations and dramas to reveal that, and that's how it works. So today, notice what's happened, what feels good, what you want to expand on for the rest of this 13-day process, because we're coming up to a new moon, and you can really build on that with the next 13-day process after this one. And what doesn't feel good today that you want to let go of, and that can be your focus for using emotional freedom technique to find these old stories and get clear. Let them go, learn from them, change how you feel about the past. We can't change it, but we can change about how we feel about it, and come into peace and be a conscious creator, to choose wisely now in how we relate to ourselves, and how, therefore, we relate to everybody else. There's always an opportunity every day to create new learning and have lots of healing. What were you doing this time last week? Just think about that. It was Halloween. Who were you with? What were you doing? Who are you with now? What's the difference? How do you feel? Food for thought. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and notice how you feel about the exit of one person in the US and a new person coming in. This is key. Our website, flowwithjo.com. I'll be posting another video tomorrow. Bye for now.